That next technique is the jaw cervical bucket handles, is it? Page C3. There's a tendency, not amongst everybody, I've heard the number 60%, I don't know if it's a good number or not. Let's say it is 60% of people will, when they open their jaw, will also tend to extend the neck a little bit, slightly. So opening the jaw, the neck extends in a certain percentage of the people, a little tiny bit. This technique will exaggerate that or show that up. So with your head in a rotated position, and is it comfortable for you to open and close your jaw?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. Now, okay, great, she's one of those 60%. Because this hand back here is feeling, can we see that, camera guys? Okay. Well, this hand back here is feeling for that extension. And I'll do it on the other side too so you guys can see. Go ahead and open and close again there. So you can see that on her case too, where when she opens her jaw, this extends a little bit in the back. There seems to be a higher incidence of that amongst people who have jaw issue problems, TMJ, things like that. More of those people will tend to do that. So there's reasons to suspect there's a connection too. So what this technique does is it's a re-education technique showing alternatives to that. With the fingers on my right hand now, I'm feeling into those joints like we did yesterday in the cervical wedge technique, feeling into those joints that are closing or extending when she opens. And I'm just going to point them out. So I'm going to say, let these stay open a little bit as you open your jaw. Lovely. Nice. You feel that? You did great. There was one little place right there that closed. Try it a couple times and feel that. See, that's very different now.
Mm-hmm.
What's different on your side? What's different for you?
I don't know, it feels different here, I think, somehow.
Different there somehow. Whole different organization you have to use around the neck to do that. Try that a couple times gently. Yeah.
We want her to maintain those during the open and closing.
We want the jaw to be able to fall away from the head instead of lifting the head off the jaw. Some people, a certain percentage, you'll do this and there'll be no movement there anyway. Just turn the page in your book and go on to the next technique. But people where this is an issue, it can be a whole different way of opening and closing the jaw. Go ahead and try that here. So you show it from the other side. Yeah, I'm just feeling those places that want to extend a little bit. And it's different over here, huh?
Should I try not to?
Yeah, try to just let your jaw fall instead of lifting the head. There you go. You're doing great. Is that clear for you?
Yeah.
Feels like you're doing it. Nice. Now, if somebody has, I asked her if it's okay to open or close her jaw, but if someone has some jaw history or definitely pain in the moment, you don't want them forcing their jaw open a whole bunch of times because that can irritate things. So be, cautious around that. Work with whatever's comfortable, within the comfortable range for that. Any questions about that technique? The bucket handles the mandible. We're monitoring the cervicals as that mandible opens and closes with the head in the rotated position. The rotated position amplifies that tendency. So you'll feel it in more people when it's rotated than neutral. Please.
If you have somebody whose jaw subluxates,
Yeah.
pops forward,
Yeah.
when you're getting them to fully
Open?
depress,
Yeah.
Do you take them to just before that point, or do you take them through it?
Probably, I wouldn't tend to take people through that. If you can feel, I would take them to the point where the neck does extend, if it does. Work with that edge. Have them find a way to let that go. But yeah, that subluxation thing's probably not a good thing to keep doing repeatedly.
Right.
So I have a question.
Sure.
So with that technique, you're not changing a thing. You're just trying to get them to do a thing differently. Is that the?
Great question. It's a re-education technique. Now we could have a discussion whether that's changing anything or not.
Right.
But it's less structural and more functional. I could say it that way. More awareness-based than myofascial-based, say. Although there's a myofascial component. I'm getting right in there between those bones. You could feel it. I was using pressure to help those places stay open. Yep.
And the techniques are, like I said before, they're really simple in their application, but the effects can be really huge. The way the workshops are laid out are just really clean and well thought out, and the materials really support that.